in the low 40s. We'll talk more about the ice storm. The ice storm cometh. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. John and Randy?
Thanks a lot, Glenn.
Well, everybody knows you have to be at least 16 years old to drive a car.
But you know, there are some exceptions to that rule, and the kid we're about to meet is quite exceptional. Fox 2's Paul Shankman is here with this story. Paul?
Well, John and Randy, while most 5-year-olds are learning to tie their shoes or count to 10, we met a boy recently who has something else on his mind. Roger Kaido has the need for speed. And as you'll see on this edition of Shankman's Neighbors, his feet may be little, but his right one is made out of lead. When Roger Kaido pulls into town, he makes quite an entrance. He weighs only 45 pounds, but on the quarter-midget racing circuit, 5-year-old Roger is a heavyweight. How fast can you go in this thing?
60 miles an hour.
Oh, you can't go 60 miles an hour.
Yes, I can.
And that's why Roger gets strapped down and buckled in before he moves an inch. His car may be made of fiberglass, but his nerves are made of steel. Have you ever rolled it over? Have you really? What did you think when that happened?
Nothing.
Here comes Speed Racer, he's a demon on wheels.
Quarter-midget cars look sort of like go-karts, but with a lot more go, and driving them in competition takes a lot more skill. But clearly, Roger has what it takes, even though some of his many trophies are almost as big as he is.
Yeah, he's got the need for speed. He's fantastic. I mean, naturally, you're asking a grandfather, but he's one of the finest natural drivers I've seen.
And Buzz Kaido should know he was a racer himself, and so was Roger's father.
Well, I started this out thinking that, I couldn't afford to do my own racing effort, so we were going to do this with Roger, but I look back at it, the money I've spent on Roger's race cars, I could have had a pretty nice one myself, yeah.
What happens when he turns 16? Are you going to give him the keys to your car?
No, actually, we're going to buy him an older Volvo, probably about a 70 with a lower engine in it that doesn't go real fast.
Are you a racing nut?
Yes.
Are you just a nut?
Yes.
When it comes to racing, you might say Roger really excels.
He's always asking now, when's the next race? And I say, when do you want to race? He said, tomorrow.
Go Speed Racer, go!
Well, if you still think this looks a little unsafe, the Kaidos are quick to point out that even insurance companies think quarter-midget racing is all right. The annual premium for Roger is only $5 a year.
Wow. I tell you what, that would scare the heck out of you
as a parent. Yes, definitely.
Just when they spin out like he did.
Wow. All right, thanks,
Good
Paul.
stuff, Paul. Thanks a lot.
Wow, let's get one more look at the traffic and see if there are any little speed racers out there right now.
Yeah, we're in the midst of rush hour. Kathleen England's got her eyes on it. Kathleen?
Oh, yes, we've got plenty of speed racers. We've got an